Oh, meanwhile, oh no, he's fallen off, he's fallen off. He's gone, he's lost it. How do you feel? They've had a pile up, and oh, they've caused us to have a pile up as well. Bollocks. Hello gamers, welcome back to the Armbar Arcade, and welcome back to our complete series of Gran Turismo Sport. And today, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The bad news is, there's only a few episodes of this series left to go. The good news is, hopefully, they'll be some of the most epic yet, because we have one more regular championship to tackle, and we'll get into that in a minute, before we move on to this, the Endurance League. That race is a one-make race for Porsche 911, so that's going to be boring as anything, so I'm not going to bother with that. But I am going to bother with this race here, the Group 3 Endurance Series Race 1, for there is only one race, and it's a 30-lap race at Monza, with 3 times fuel consumption and 4 times tyre wear. So, along with a variety of cars, there's going to be pit strategy and everything. Hopefully that should be a pretty epic race. And then over here, the thundering, shuddering climax of this series will come in the Group 1 Prototype Endurance Series, Race 1, for there is only one race, and it's a 60-lap race at the Nürburgring Grand Prix Loop, with 2 times fuel consumption, 5 times tyre wear, and it is for LMP1s and Division Gran Turismos. So again, another weird old mix of cars in that race, as you can see there. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I will let you guys help me choose the cars that I'll be using for those 2 episodes and for those 2 races, and I can't wait to get stuck into them. But for now, there is one last order of business to tackle in the professional league, and it is the Festa Cavallino for Ferrari cars. We've got 3 races at the Autodromo Lago Maggiore East, which is a layout we haven't driven yet in GT League, the Nürburgring Grand Prix Loop, appropriately, and Monza. So, a nice way of getting some practice in on the tracks we'll be racing on in the Enduros, and one last run around the Autodromo Lago Maggiore. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to need a Ferrari for this event, and I've decided, in lieu of the end of the last episode, decided to go with my mortal rival's car. It is the Ferrari. The Ferrari. Here we go. Let's bring the noise. And we are underway. Just to illustrate how batshit insanely fast this car is. I've passed a car and crashed in the first 10 seconds of racing in this video. But, yeah. You know how I mock the AI for being unable to drive this car? Let's see if I can do any better with it, because this is I don't think it's full drive, it's mid-engine rear drive. It's got 950 horsepower. It has got a hybrid V12, so acceleration like I've been pushed along by the hand of God. And it screams and yells and howls like any good Ferrari should. And we've just blown past a Ferrari Enzo like it's standing still. It also brakes like any Ferrari should, i.e. it doesn't. I don't know what it is. All the Ferraris I've driven in this game, they don't stop. They just have no brakes whatsoever, which is useful when you're packing this much power. Also, get out the way. There's some blithering idiot in a Ferrari 512BB, which is basically like trying to put a smart car up against this thing. It is like trying to battle a nuclear missile with a spoon. Will you get out of the way? Look at him, he's just blithering along there. Some sort of Sunday drive. Well, I'm in one of the most powerful supercars ever made. And now we're coming up to a hairpin, so this is going to be fun. Stop, stop, please stop, please stop. Please stop, thank you. Mostly. There we go. And now, accelerate! Speed! God, the acceleration is ridiculous. I love the fact that the acceleration... Oh, God, braking. Oh, my God, this is... The thing is, this accelerates faster than most of the race cars in the game, and yet it has road brakes and road tyres. Also worth mentioning, we're not on racing tyres anymore. That was only a thing for the last race, for the last series. The La Festa Cavallino has no time for your slick-based nonsense. It is road tyres or bust. So, when we're talking about some of the most powerful supercars ever made, that makes things interesting. We slip up the inside of another Enzo. Oh, and he tries to get back. He's trying to bundle us off the track. And, oh, he's helped us take out the cone. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But, you're not packing 950 horsepower, are you? So, goodbye. Yeah, the thing is, I can kind of see why the AI struggled so much with this car, but it also doesn't explain why they struggled with the Veyron and then suddenly became gods of driving with it. Because the Veyron is as powerful as this, and it's, if anything, heavier. I think this is a lot lighter. But I think what's wild about this car, I love the little wing at the back. Well, steady on. The little wing at the back there. But what's crazy about this car is that it's like driving a World Rallycross car. If you've ever driven like a Rallycross car in video games, you know when they're like, they're constantly slamming off the rev limiter because they're constantly losing traction and everything. This is exactly the same. I've got traction control on 2, and it's still just bouncing off the rev limiter everywhere and threatening to wheel spin everywhere. Let's see if we can power slide through the final corner. Nope, traction control is mostly holding it. See what I mean? Like the revs are just like... Here's someone else in a LaFerrari. And... Oh, he's braking later than us. Is he going to have taken the right line through the corner? Yes, he has. Okay, interesting. Right, and now at the inside, it's the Ferrari versus the Ferrari. And the Ferrari wins. And easily, actually. Right, I need to stop fapping over this car that I'm driving and actually drive it. So let's go to this view. But yeah, this is a tricky car to drive. This is the zenith of what I was talking about in previous episodes about supercars, like super road cars being difficult to drive in these games. Christ, stop barking at me, car. It's just the way it'll change up, like in 4th gear, it'll try and wheel spin. So I'll be like, oh Jesus, and now we're falling off again. How can someone build a car this powerful and this fast and give it the brakes of a Ford Model T? I mean, seriously, I think my mountain bike that I had when I was a kid had better brakes than this car. And let me tell you something, my mountain bike didn't have 950 horsepower. But like I say, yeah, this is the zenith of supercars that are actually, I wouldn't say not fun to drive. Sometimes they are still fun. I mean, this is just a kind of batshit insane riot, to be honest with you. It is Ruby Riot in car form. Except it doesn't look quite as gothic. Stop, please stop, there we go. But yeah, if this car didn't have brakes made of chewing gum, it'd be fine, to be honest with you. Look at it. It looks amazing as well. I was tempted to do a livery editor thing on it, but I thought, nah, there's not really... I mean, as much as it's a cliche to have a red Ferrari, I thought all the other colours I've got are all like bright metallic green and stuff. It'd just be a bit gaudy for a Ferrari. But I don't know if you can't see it from these cameras. I'll hopefully show you at some point. It does have some rather nice black rims on it now that I put it on. I did give it a rim job. Way! I was wondering when that joke would come out in this series. I've been waiting to deploy that. It's only taken me 11 episodes. That is surprising levels of self-control from me. Anyway, we are 14 seconds down on the leaders, coming up at halfway through. Stop it, car. Stop it. It is like a sort of aggressive attack dog, this thing. It's like, calm down. Here's a squeaky toy. Bored with that. Give it a little bit of fussing. And then... This is like trying to drive a police dog. Except maybe not. Actually, no, when it's sat still, like a real police dog, there is the moment of, oh, good boy, good boy, good boy. And then it sits next to you and you're like, oh no, what's it smelt on me? Did actually have that, a friend of mine did actually have that happen to them once. They borrowed a friend's coat, and said friend had been, I think, smoking, I think it was some weed, maybe it was some sort of substance. So said friend borrowed that coat, and then saw a police dog and was like, oh, look at the adorable police dog. And then the dog sat down next to him and was like, oh no, what has he smelled on me? And in the end, he had an awkward story to tell the cops. But I think he got out of that one, just about. But yeah, dogs, very cute when they sit next to you, except when they've got police vests on. Then it's mildly terrifying. Anyway, speaking of mildly terrifying, we are still driving this car, which is mildly terrifying is one word for it. We are now out 8 seconds behind the lead. I just love the fact that this is on traction control level 2, and it's still like braking traction everywhere, and in anywhere up to 5th gear, it'll still brake traction. I think down here where it's hilly, here we go. It is like trying to drive Concorde with wheels, and I don't think Concorde was this shouty. Oh, nice drifting there from the 458 in front. Oh, they're banging wheels in front of us. It's all getting a bit chaotic. I'm just kind of rolling with it now. I think I'm ended up my way of counting the AI being a bit rubber. Oh no! We'll put a wheel on the grass there, nearly spun. Some poo just fell out of my annoy there. What is going on in front of us? This 458 is drunk. Can we get some cops on the track now to pull this guy over? He is clearly arsing around. I saw him with a bottle of Russian Standard before the race. I mean, seriously. Oh, meanwhile, oh no, he's fallen off. He's gone. He's gone. He's lost it. How do you feel? They've just had a pile-up, and oh! They've caused us to have a pile-up as well! Bollocks! God. Deary me, what is going on? There is an end-of-term feel to this race. It is the last race, the last championship in Professional League. Maybe there is a bit of an end-of-term vibe to things here, because the AI are arsing round, and so am I, to a degree. Actually, I'm having to drive quite seriously, in spite of my jokes, just to not crash. I mean, that moment on the last lap where I put half a femtometer, is that a thing? Femtometer? Centimeter, millimeter, femtometer? I know a femtosecond is supposedly a thing. Yeah, I put a femtometer, we'll go with that, of a tyre on the grass, and immediately nearly spun out and died. So, it was another 458. This guy looks like he's a bit more sober. But, guess what? He doesn't have 950 horsepower, so bye! That's just my stock line at this point. Like, yeah, your car's nice, it might be good, but does it have 950 horsepower? No, well, shut up. Oh, here we go. We're at the leaders. We got on with them quicker than I thought. Has everyone... Is it now like a reverse Max Verstappen mode? Like, the AI start out okay and then get terrible in the second half of the race. Like, instead of a Max Verstappen button, it's a... I'm trying to think here. The generic answer would be Pasta Maldonado, but I'm so done with that joke anyway. Oh, Carmen took... No. Yes, here we go. Right, let's line that joke up again. Instead of a Max Verstappen button, the AI in this race have UGE Day buttons. People know what I'm talking about with that one. Give yourself a pat on the back. Right, anyway. At least they've not got channel Nissani buttons. They wouldn't have even started the race. They'd have been like, these cars are too fast and too grippy. Whoa, God! Jesus Christ. That's the thing with this car. It is so terrifyingly fast. Stop. Please stop. Why the hell a car this powerful has worse brakes than my trainers? I really don't know. It is like I'm actually doing like a Flintstones thing and actually sticking my feet through the carpet and trying to brake using my boots. Or more accurately, my socks. That's basically, that's like the specification for the brakes on this car. It's like, hybrid V12 engine, 950 horsepower, brakes, the driver's socks. Okay? Anyway, car is barking at me again. Please brake, please brake, please stop, please stop, please stop! Jesus, there we go. Dear Jesus, I have never prayed to you before. I've never really believed in you that much, but now I ask for you to deliver me from evil, which is this car's everything. This car is evil. It is possessed by the devil. I'm driving carry with 4 wheels on it. Right. Oh, God, it's barking at me again. Right, okay. So, we are coming round. We'll be on the last lap next time. And we've got B-Hour in the Enzo Ferrari. Is it an Enzo Ferrari? Oh, no, 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 no! Now where am I going? Stupid car. Worth pointing out, this is on sports medium tyres. Imagine how bad this would be on sports hard. I may upgrade to softs for the next race. We'll see. Go, go, right, come on, go! Oh, he's threatening to leg it, no? Maybe he has finally... Oh, hello! Ooh, have the field finally found their Max Verstappen buttons? I wonder. Hope not. Anyway, let's take this out of their hands. Right, final lap. Here we go. Right, brake. Please brake. Please brake. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, based car. Please turn. Please turn. There we go. Right. The traction control desperately trying to hold all 950 horses on a leash somehow. They are freaks on leashes right now. Oh, come on. Right, through this corner for a final time. I tell you what, we're not gaining on him anymore. So I think he's hit his Max Verstappen switch. So maybe it's the Enzos to watch out for in this series. There is a... Oh, here we go. This might be a good chance. Come on. Oh, Dive Bomb City! Dive Bomb City, bitch! Get it! Get it! Yes, come on, put the power down. Yes, we're in the lead. There we go. Oh, he's trying to go back on the outside, though. Well, be on the inside. No, he won't. He won't get there. Now, where is he going? Is he on? No, he's behind us. I could just see him in the mirror in the top left. There he is. We look over the massive engine, and we just see him behind us. Sorry, I can't hear you over my massive engine. Well, he's trying. Look at him there. He's sticking with us. It's going to be a tense final half a lap. As long as we get this... Right, don't fall off here. Don't fall off. He's all over us. My God, he's swarming us. Right. Let's go try and dive bomb here. Right, let's defend the inside. Defend the inside. Defend the inside. There we go. Right, block up. Just park the bus. Park the bus. He cannot get by. There we go. Right, and now 950 horsepower. Goodbye. We have just hit DEFCON 4. And we're about to come home for our first win in the Festa Cavallino. Done and dusted. There we go. That was quite a fun race, actually. Mainly the car is just such a blast to drive. Like, literally, it's a nuclear blast to drive. But I tell you what, the AI did start to get good there at the end there. A couple of 458s joining the party. Hour in the end zone. He did make it a challenge there, so not too bad. Probably one of my favourite overall races of the series so far. There's been some races that have just been meh until the final couple of laps. But that one was pretty fun overall. Again, may have helped that I was driving the most batshit insane car ever made during that race. So, who knows? Either way, I'm going to take a sip of tea. We'll move on to the next race. Here we are then at race 2 of the Festa Cavallino, and it is at the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. I'm rather thankful it is at the Grand Prix loop, because I would almost certainly die 1,000 deaths if we even tried to do one lap of the Nordschleife in this thing. Goodbye. Jesus Christ, I don't think I've ever had such a speed differential in one race between two cars before, like outside of maybe Le Mans prototypes versus GT cars. I mean, what are you even doing here? In like a 30-year-old 512 versus this thing, which is basically a nuclear missile with legs. It is what happens if Skynet tried to... Well, no, it's not the Terminator car. We've worked out that's the Veyron. But this is basically Skynet's ill-fated nuclear car program. Nuclear missile mobile program gone wrong. Alright, car, shut up. It's like a screamo band here. Whoa! Just going up for the gears. Whoa! Third gear. Or is it more like an old metal band? Like, I have this theory that you can date like generations of metal between the vocals, because like modern metal, a lot of it is oi, you know, that sort of stuff. But old school metal, it's like metal. So this is kind of an old school like metal band. It's like Steel Panther the car, just like second gear, third gear, ow, like that. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I don't sing in a metal band. Anyway. Maybe I should. If Neil Buchanan from Art Attack can have his own heavy metal band, I'm sure I can. Just leave you to ponder how bad that would be. Anyway, let's go on with it. We are 20 seconds behind the leaders, and I've completely ignored that corner. Bye. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm off over here now. It is quite dark, so I am gonna... In-car view is quite dark, so I'm gonna stick with the third-person cam for now. It is quite cloudy. I don't think weather changes in races like this, so I don't think there's a chance it will just randomly start raining mid-race. That'll be interesting. Oh God. That's normally flat out in race cars. Braking for the chicane. Braking for the chicane. We're going to make the chicane. We are. Mainly because I use the Enzo in front as a brake. Someone's already wiped out a cone. Another of the Ferrari's already crashed in front of everybody. What are you doing, sir? Although at this point I have some solidarity with you. These cars are pretty tricky to drive. So if I'm struggling with them, God knows what the stupid AI is doing with them. Holy shit. Oh my God. They need to get the Veyron drivers in these cars. Wow, the game's already telling me to brake back there. Like halfway down pit straight. Like brake at the start finish line. You might just make the first corner and obliterate cones. Obviously, there you go. Hey, the Enzo's present for you, Enzo. G. Greer, presumably it's not Jermaine Greer, in the Enzo behind us, and another Enzo in front of us. Enzo's to the left of me, Enzo's to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with LaFerrari. That was a nice bit of singing for myself. Well done, well done to the man who can't sing. The car is yelling at me to stop singing. I think. Stop it, stop it, stop singing, please. Okay, I promise I will. For the next few minutes. Right, we've got a 458 in front of us and stuck behind an F40. I did test an F40 for this series, but it's like... It's got this car's brakes with none of the godly power. So it's just sort of... It accelerates quite quickly and then just doesn't stop. Whereas this car, at least it doesn't stop because it is going 2 million miles an hour into every corner. Bye, see you later. Now, I am weary. I think we identified in the last race that the cars to watch in these races are probably the cars with maximum Max Verstappenometer potential are the Enzos and the 458s. So I know the Ferrari started on the pole. I'll be absolutely astonished if it's still there, especially come the end of the race. I did notice there were some 458s and Enzos that started up front, so those are the ones we've got to be careful of. I'm still on sports medium tyres, which is a bit of a risk because this is possibly the most technical and most hard braking track that we're going to in the entire series. Although Monza has some hairpins. Oh God, I'm going to die, aren't I? I really am. That's not flat out. That's not flat out. God. Jeez, braking. Please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop. Sod it. I mostly made the corner. Shut up. No one noticed. The marshals were asleep. No one paid attention there. Just got a member of my pit crew to run down to race control. Like, can we have Team Armbar Arcade up here in the? Oh, what's that? A ward of 50s. Okay. But why did we call you up here in the first place? Never mind. As if I'd have a ward of 50s to bribe the officials with. More like a $5 and some bags of Doritos. Anyway, we've got a guy in an Enzo here. C. Madrid. Cristiano Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo's changed his surname in a publicity stunt. Anyway, it's not going to make any difference. We got past him. We got Mueller and Donovan in front of us. We got Jason Donovan in front of us. I'm making all the obscure references in this video. Just getting them out of the way, to be honest with you. Right, we have. God, the guy's just yelling at us. So the leader, 7.1 seconds ahead. Second place is 2 and a bit seconds, and it's right there. So is that another Enzo? I think that's another Enzo. So I think the leader, unless we're about to find the world's first competent the Ferrari driver, then oh no, is this the Ferrari? Yes, this is the Ferrari. Yeah, that was the guy that started on pole. It's not there anymore. So let's put it out of his misery. That means the leader, I think, is a 458. So we've got to be careful there, because like I say, in my testing, the 458 and the Enzo, and as we saw in the first race, those two cars are the most likely to suddenly come good in the race and suddenly get fast, suddenly get good. Whereas the Ferraris, they're just sort of doomed, to be honest with you. I am leading the charge for the Ferrari. It's weird, for the first time in the series, this is one of the more underdog cars to use for a championship, even though it is easily the most powerful. Like, it's not even close how much more powerful this is than everything else. So maybe Enzo, but even then, that's still like 300 horsepower on there. It's God, Jesus. Braking. Right, I had to brake basically back in Coventry to make this corner. We only just make the corner. Holy shit. I'm surprised the brakes aren't as on fire after every lap. So just given the state of these brakes and how much we use them, just at the end of the first lap, they just explode into flames. There's just flames coming out the front wheels. It's like, no, I can't take any more. It wasn't designed for this. Meanwhile, the engine is still like, why? Yeah, I'll push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the car. No, it's not. It's not the only thing. Shit, I'm not gonna make it. I nearly hit a bin. Anyway, now is probably not the time to be singing Slipknot. Now is probably the time to recover the race. I should have probably known that was going to happen. Given the really tight hairpin first corner at the Nürburgring, and knowing what this car cannot do, which is brake or slow down in any way. I should have installed some parachutes on the back of this car. That would have helped. Or an anchor. Anyway, we're back to 8 seconds behind the leader, but we have still got 3 laps to go. So not too much to panic about. We do have to... We're already back up alongside the... Sorry, I definitely didn't... Actually, literally did not mean to punt you there. I was literally just drifting into the corner. That was an accidental dive bomb. Anyway, we're through. Because the AI is just embarrassingly bad in this car. And again, I'm not much better at the moment. It's recalibrating your brain. It's a bit like the reverse of when you first drive an F1 car in these games, where you have to recalibrate your brain for how much later the braking distances are. With this, you have to recalibrate your brain for how much earlier the braking distances are. It's like, and we'll brake about here. No, that was about 5 minutes too late. Okay. You're like, come around the corner. Right, the next corner's 2 miles in the distance. Yeah, you already have to start braking now. Oh, shit, okay. Well, isn't this a bit early? No, it's not. It's just about right. And I've cacked my pants. Whoa, a bit of drifting there. Don't even want to try and drift in this thing. That's the fastest way for this car to actually murder me and take my soul and then put it in a small vestibule on the mantelpiece at whatever this car calls home. Don't know where I'm going with that, but anyway. This car already owns my soul. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right, brake there. Brake. Brake years earlier than you think you need to, brain. And still just about making it around the corner. There you go. That was fine, actually. That was a good line. It was okay. Still just catch me out. You'll be in like 3rd or 4th gear in the car. Just be like, oi. Anyway. As it yells at me again. No! This is the Bruce Dickinson of cars. I think I found the best analogy yet. This is the Bruce Dickinson of cars. as in the Iron Maiden singer. That's a point. I should have brought an Iron Maiden mixtape for to put in the car. Mixtape? What about a CD? Anyway, 3.5 seconds to the leader, Mueller. We can now see him, and I think he is in a 4.58. So let's catch up to him pronto before he suddenly gets good, because it could happen literally out of nowhere. No. I said catch up to him, not arse around and leave him miles in the distance. Can you not, car? Can you not? Would you mind not, car? That's the car going, alright, shush! Shut up, don't shout at me! I'll shout you back! It is like an excitable attack dog, really, isn't it? You try and go, no, bad dog. It's like, row! Don't know why it became a cat at the end there, but anyway, we are 4 seconds down, just about on the leader. Please stop, thank you. There we go. Now, do we go back on board? Alright, car, calm down. Jesus. Calm your metaphorical car tits. No, I think I'll stick with that camera. As I say, it's weird. It's a little bit darker in the car. I think where it's tinted, and obviously there's not as much light in the car as outside. We are gaining a little bit. Helps that we did that corner right for the first time all race. I mean, it's generally useful when you get corners right. Accelerate, right, there we go. Right, we're now gaps down to about 3 seconds. Hang it on in there. Oh, that was almost flat out through there. Jesus shitting Christ. I don't know why Christ is having a shit, but never mind. We didn't cut the corner, shut up. Anyway, there he is. There's Mueller. It's coming down to another last lap showdown between the 458, which is a car that Ferrari actually designed to handle like a car, and the Ferrari, which was designed to basically be a ballistic missile with wheels that they then forgot to put brakes on. Right, here we go then. Given this car accidentally dive bombs people, I have a feeling we're going to dive bomb City this fall at some point. Oh god, turn it. Whoa, nice, okay. Come on, there we go. Right, he's wobbling around all over the place. He's feeling the pressure. He's pooing himself. He can't take it. He's seen us in his mirrors and he can't take it. He just cannot cope. AJ's on fire. H. Mueller is terrified, etc. Stop it. No. I said AJ's on fire, not AJ's off the track. Come on. That's the thing. You think you're going to get a good exit, but then it's like the traction control's like, hold on a second there, sir. I've got to process 950 horsepower and make sure you don't die. Give me a second, okay? Right. Come on. A little bit of a drift in. Right, here we go. Down here. This is where we're going to take our shot. Shoot your shot. Hashtag shoot your shot. Here we go. Come on. Even if you have to start braking back here. Right, here we go. No. We're just going to miss it. Okay, come on. Right, come on, car. It's going to have to be the chicane then, probably, isn't it? He gets such a good drive out of the corners because his car is just putting the power down. It's not battling to put the power down like our car is. Although he ran a bit wide there. Come on. Right, come on. This is such a nip and tuck battle. Oh, can we get him here? No. Oh, he brakes so much later. Oh, no, dive. Oh, dive bomb City. Oh, didn't mean to do that. That was a little bit controversial, but never mind. I can blame the car's complete lack of brakes for that. But we now have to deal with one of the toughest braking points on the entire track versus a car that can actually brake for corners. So we'll see what we can do, but we have managed to gap him with our 950 horsepower. Please stop. There we go. Oh, there he is. Right, I think we're okay. One more corner. I've got a really itchy nose for some reason. The random pollen count in the final sector is back. Oh, don't hit the pit entry. Right, no, he's gonna be too far back. Right, power, speed, and the win. There we go. I'll tell you what, another exciting race, mainly because this car is just permanently exciting to drive. It is impossible to be dull in this car. As I take a little sip of tea there, like literally the world's least interesting person could still be exciting in this car. We finished 1.5 seconds ahead of H. Mueller, and weirdly enough, to the Ferrari's third and fourth. Well, so not a bad race for us, for the LaFerrari crew. Us LaFerrari types got to stick together. It's so hard out here for us 950 horsepower ballistic missile on wheels driving people. Look at that. LaFerrari's 1, 3, 4, And then 18th. Damon, you've let the side down. I mean, come on, really? Well, that's interesting. Hang on. That is interesting. So, I'm trying to work out what my fastest lap was. It won't show. Yeah, it won't show what mine was, but whatever it was, Hashi, who finished 3rd, his fastest lap ended up being a 2-minute 9.9. So maybe the Ferrari's been borrowing some secrets from our Terminator friends in the Veyrons. We'll see if it has any impact as we head to the final round. So before we get going in this final race, I'd like to draw your attention to something. Right over here on the entry list, right there on the pole, Ferrari 330 P4 1967. Legendary Le Mans prototype sports car, available to you, the player, for a cool 20 million credits. And it's not supposed to be in this race. Or at least the game doesn't tell you it's going to be in this race. Editing Adam, throw up a screenshot of the main rival cars list for this series now. Do you see the 330 P4 on that list? Yeah. So I was surprised as you were when I first entered this race. I did a test race here in the F40 when I was potentially going to use that for this series. And I was in 2nd place and the leader was miles out in front. I finally caught a glimpse of it near the end of the race, realised it was the 330 P4 and got a bit annoyed. So that, combined with the fact we saw the Ferrari start to get good in the last race, means all bets are off. I'm done playing fair. No more Mr. Medium guy. I'm not gonna have my steak medium to well done anymore. I'm gonna have it soft. I don't know, I was quite going with that one, but you get my point. Anyway, we're at Monza. It's a Ferrari event. It all just feels right. Let's get ready to bring the noise. Here we go then. And within the first 2 seconds of the race, we've already passed 2 cars. Because Jesus Christ, we've got 950 horsepower. That should be the name of this video, actually. Jesus Christ, we've got 950 horsepower. Or, Jesus Christ, we've also got no sodding brakes. Up the inside. That's an Offspring song, actually. Very good one. Can you not? Do you mind? I know I'm struggling as much as you are, sir, Mr. Y Kawakami, but can you not? Do you mind not tail whipping me with your Enzo? Or force me out wide? We're drifting, we've crashed. Doing a bit of rallying. This is not a rally car. Not really designed for that purpose. Ow! Now I've been drop kicked by some turd in a 458. This has not gone well. This start's not gone well. We've got some damage. Our pristine LaFerrari is all a bit beaten up. Alright, okay, let's focus. Considering that lead 330 is already 20 seconds up the road, we might need to focus. I wonder if that 330 is almost like a sort of final boss for the sort of non-enduro part of GT League. Like, you know, the enduros are like the extra segment at the end. But for the regular GT League segment, this is like kind of, do you remember the GT World Championship back in the day? It's kind of like that. The 330 P4, it's all of that rolled into one. We've crashed in a straight line. Would you mind not bouncing us into the wall? This is... Who knew Monza was so difficult? It isn't in any other car, but in this, Jesus Christ, it's the f***ing Nordschleife. And I've wiped out a cone, didn't even mean to do that. Someone else in the front. Oh, it could be going a hell of a lot worse, to be fair. It could be a lot worse. Alright. Anyway, let's knuckle down. Catch up, we've got to go find our final boss. We've got to go find our boss fight first. It's like, anyone remember Sonic Spinball? That weird sort of pinball-themed platformer that they had for Mega Drive. I had it, it was great. But it had this thing where you went through the level, and as soon as you went into the, like, you just sort of go up and up and up, and then you just fly into a room, and instant boss battle. It'd be like no loading screen, no sort of doorway, no sort of, you need this much, well, there was you need this many emeralds to enter, but, oh god, are we going to go 3 wide to the first corner? We really are, excuse me, pardon me, sorry about that, terribly sorry, ow. Okay, I'm sorry about that, sir. The car is getting beaten up at the moment. It's like a touring car at the moment. My god. What is this? Jason Plato does Ferrari challenge. That's basically what's going on here. Oh, come on. We are 5th, though. We've come about 5 seconds out of the leader's lead. So, please break. Would you mind not? It's me or the 458s in this race getting vicious. Ow. You pleb. Can you not? Don't know if you're intentionally driving like a knob, or you just having the same problem as everyone else, which is your Gran Turismo AI and you can't drive. But can you stop? Do you mind? Anyway, where was I? Where was I amongst all that? Oh yeah, the instant boss fight. But yeah, we are working our way up through the level now. We're working our way up towards the final boss. We know he's lurking for us at the end. T. O'Sullivan, presumably not related to Ronnie O'Sullivan, in his classic Ferrari 330, which, weirdly enough, even though it's 50 years old, that handles well. And in the AI hands, it's actually quite fast. The AI can actually drive that car, which is strange, given that they can't drive much more advanced, much faster, much better handling cars to save their lives. But, our belugged and battle-scarred the Ferrari, still charging along though. Because, guess what? Whatever problems you may face, you may have 99 problems, but 950 horsepower ain't one. It just isn't. Well, in fact, it is a problem now, because the traction control's like, please, no! I can only cope with some horsepower at once, not this much. Jesus Christ. But, so, you know, almost everything in this race will out-drag me off of a corner. It will out-accelerate me off a corner. Because, oh, there's a 7th gear on this car. I forgot. Completely forgot this car even had a 7th gear. Hang on a second, let's find out in a minute once we... Can you... Ow, sorry! Just drop kicked it. Well, there we go. Sorry. Oops, what are we doing? Now, I'm just going to take second now. Please don't be too mad at me. Please don't be too mad at me. It was a mistake, honest. Oh, no, don't crash there again. Don't crash here again! Poo! Poo! Ow! Thanks for that, you twat! I had that under control. And then this... Right, okay. Poor car. It's taking a battering today. Right, okay. Okay, let's focus. Oh, now you're back as well again. Oh, yeah, now you're like, oh, look, he's fallen off. Ha, ha. Oh, do you know what? Bugger it. Bollocks to you. You fancy knocking cones all around and doing... Oh, my God. Are we 17 seconds behind the leader? Jesus H. Christ. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, Christ, this car. This is not a car you want to rely on when you have to make up a lot of time at once. Shut up. I know you've got to change gear. Right, we are still 15 seconds behind. Oh, no, we're not going to catch the leader now. We fucked up. We fucked up. Anyway, seemingly let's get second back. I maintain we would have been about to pull off the greatest save of all time. And then Velasquez, the absolute bellend that he was just like, I'm just going to plough you, mate. Oh, bye. You're off around there doing a 1080 no-scope in the gravel. So, if we do nothing else in this race, I want to get revenge on that mother trucker. Right, can we do this corner? We can do this corner. Come on. When does it want to accelerate? When does it want to accelerate? About there. There we go. There we go. We are gaining on him quite quickly. It's going to take the mother of all drives to catch up with the leader. I don't think we're going to get there now. The race has somewhat been ruined. I mean, yes, I did sort of fall off a bit there. But then this absolute anus up ahead, who still can't do the first corner. Look at him. Look at this helmet. Look at him. He's knocking more cones around than me. Right, we meet again, sir. Get banged, mate. Get banged. Yeah. Just flipping him off out the window now. Going full NASCAR on him. Probably going to have a brawl in the paddock area after the race as well. You know what? Sod it. I'm in that sort of mood. And the lead gap is now back down to 8 seconds. There's still a little bit of a chance. It's a slim one. But you know what? If the AI don't fancy doing this track properly, neither will I. Yeah, I think he just cut that corner. They're just covering up their own incompetence. You know, in my test race, I actually saw the leader at one point fall off of one of those chicanes so badly, the hand of God put it back on the track. But put it back on track round the corner it was failing to get round. So instead of resetting it on the entry to the corner or midway round, like, no, do it again, you failed. It put it, like, halfway up the road out of the corner, like, no, don't worry, you don't have to try that corner this lap. We'll just put you up here and actually put you further in front of the people in front of you. Because we basically just let you skip a corner. It's a bit like somebody failing on their maths exam halfway through and then being like, no, do you know what? We'll just give you an A. We'll just pass you through the rest of the exam. You don't have to do it. But, anyway, I'm not salty about that whatsoever. And I'll tell you what, the epic comeback is still on. Now down to under 4 seconds. Because, like I said earlier, 950 horsepower solves basically everything. Alright, let's try short shifting a little bit, see if that can tackle the traction control issue a little. It might be, actually. A little bit of short shifting may be the way to go, because less RPMs, put slightly less strain, less torque on the wheels. That may work. We have just set a new fastest lap. 1:55. I think that's a good 2 seconds quicker than any lap I've ever set here, let alone in this car. And there's the leader. Here we go. Fire up the epic boss music. No. Oh, no! What's an anticlimax? We've been building up this guy as like the absolute god tier final boss throughout the entire game, and then he just crashes and gives us the lead. Oh, what a turnip. Deary me. Anyway, we're now going to come through here. Let's see. Does he have a Max Verstappen switch? Well, he is sticking with us for now, so maybe he does. Oh, that's tickled me, that has. Just, like, if anything Adam has put epic music on, I hope at that point he just put a record. That's basically what that was. It's like, epic, but oh. It's like setting up an epic final boss fight and then you just walk in and it slips over on like a wet puddle and dies anyway. You don't even have to do anything. Yeah, I don't know if you got the memo, mate. Don't know if you got the memo. But, it doesn't matter what you have, because I have 950 horsepower. You can't deal with this. No one can deal with this. So it's going to have a pretty big Max Verstappenometer if it's going to try and reclaim its win here. It's trying to stick with us. I tell you what, I'll say the AI with that car is pretty useful, I will say. We'll give the AI some credit. Oh, God, I will also remember to brake for this corner. I think we're going to get it right. Just endless tyre squeal. Oh, he is there, though. He is there. And I tell you what, he actually has quite good acceleration out of the final corner because he hasn't got 950 horsepower and therefore doesn't have to deal with traction control screaming at him. But also, when it comes to a straightaway, he doesn't have 950 horsepower. Sorry, straight. We're not in America. It's just a straight, not a straightaway. Oh, he is there. Look at him there. Oh dear. Here we go. Okay. Brace yourselves, folks. He is living up to this boss fight. Might be time to put the boss music back on. Because he's not going down without a fight, I'll tell you that. Alright, let's see. We're going to have to nail our braking points here. Oh, he's there. He's dive bombing. Oh my God. What the hell? Whoa, he's dive bombing. Don't you try and use Dive Bomb City on us, sir. I'll have you know. Not having that. Yes, suddenly he's ready. He's ready for a battle. Okay, here we go. I've just done the proverbial throw my jacket down. Not we're about to go out in the car park for a scrap out the back of the pub. Here we go. Youth, hybrid energy, and tech versus experience. And experience of getting beaten up by 4 GT40s at Le Mans. What's it going to be? At the moment, youth and innocence and power is winning out. The fact that he has brakes may well be enough. It may be enough. Through that section for the final time. Probably going to be too far back. Okay. Breathe. We've got one more braking zone to do. Right, and just to add to the tension, I've just had to answer the door for a delivery from Amazon. Has that put off my concentration for the final corner? I don't think it has. Through the final corner for the last time. Through Parabolica for the last time. He's there. He's there. He's not going to be enough. It is not going to be enough. He's got a good run out of the final corner. But guess what? Guess what? I have something called 950 horsepower, sir. And with a new fastest lap on the final lap, we will take a clean sweep of the Festa Cavallino. With our beleaguered and battered the Ferrari. Only a second ahead of O'Sullivan in the 330. The final boss fight just about lived up to it in the end. The fact that he basically slipped over on a banana skin 5 seconds into the battle kind of hindered him for a little bit. But he did put up a fight. I tell you what, fair props to you, fair balls to you. For a 50-year-old car to be sticking with one of the most god-tier hypercars ever made, and a car that's only 5 years old, that's pretty impressive. So that will do it for the Festa Cavallino, that will do it for the Professional League, and that will do it, I guess, for the regular part of the GT League season. We've only got a couple of episodes to go, but they're the 2 big endurance races, and boy, I'm actually kind of excited for those races. I'll tell you what, they may be longer than most of the average ones. You may think, well, if the existing races haven't been that entertaining at times, those are going to be snore fests. No, some of my most exciting races ever in playing Gran Turismo games have been in endurance races. So with all the strategy and extra elements into play, adds that extra element of unpredictability and everything. So I can't wait to get stuck into those. And what I want you guys to do is drop off in the comments below your votes for what cars I should use for those events. Bearing in mind there's a Group 3 endurance race, so that's eligible for the Group 3 cars. That's all the GT3 cars like the Audi R8 LMS, the McLaren 650S, the Mercedes AMG GT3, the Viper GT3R, which would have been my choice anyway. But I'm throwing it open to you guys. Do tell. There's also the Fantasy Group 3 cars like the Ford Mustang Group 3, which is just... let's not get distracted. There's the Corvette C7 Group 3, the Alfa Romeo 4C, the Mazda Atenza Group 3 if I basically want to try and win in a touring car. And then in the other Enduro at the Nürburgring, it's a Group 1 race, which means Le Mans prototypes, Vision Gran Turismo cars, and that's it. I was thinking of using actually either the Toyota TS050, because I am that much of a masochist and I want to have the worst luck possible in endurance races, or the Nissan GT-R LM Nismo, because I'm the one person in the world who liked that car and I want to give it one major endurance race win for a front-wheel drive prototype. But whatever your picks are for those cars, comment down below, vote away, and in the meantime, give this video a big old thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Seriously, thank you guys so much for sticking through this series. It is now the longest running series in Armbar Arcade history. I think it beats out Dirt 4 by 1 episode, and still counting, so it's done really well so far. Thank you guys so much for all your continued support. Please do hit the subscribe button over in the left there if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys next what was I trying to say there? I'll see you guys next time in the Armbar Arcade.